Hello everyone. Inside this briefcase is a portable torpedo typewriter, model 18B from 1952. The color is military green. Although this color is indeed the preferred color for military uniforms and equipment, it is not a machine for military use, but a simple portable typewriter. However, this typewriter model was also produced in other, more classic colors. The Oliver 9 also had a similar color, and it wasn't a typewriter for military use. It is not an easy color to match with anything, however. I had a lot of trouble finding a tie to match to the typewriter for the video. I have several dozen ties, which actually belonged to my father, but I don't know what he did with all those ties. I'd say the short should be white, so as not to create further contrast. Matching a tie with military green requires balancing the warm tones of green. For a perfect style, I think you should choose a solid colored tie or one with delicate patterns. While I choose a tie, let me give you some background on the history of this typewriter. Torpedo probably began building typewriters around 1907. Previously, it was a bicycle manufacturer. This wasn't uncommon. The manufacturer Adler also made bicycles before making typewriters. You see in the logo there is a bicycle wheel. The fact is, being mechanical companies, they already had the machinery and know-how to produce the metal parts needed to produce typewriters. Remington built weapons. S&N built sewing machines, and there are many other examples. They produced many models: the Torpedo 2, 5, 5C, 4, 6, and 6N. Starting in 1924, they also began producing portable typewriters: the Torpedo Model 12, the Model 14, the Model 15, the Models 16 and 17. In 1931, Torpedo was acquired by Remington Rand, which continued to produce and market the machines under the Torpedo brand. Then, in 1966, Remington closed its factories and ceased torpedo operations. I don't have a complete Torpedo 20. I have this one that isn't actually a piece of junk, but rather an interesting test model to demonstrate how the writing mechanism works. Do you see? You can see the movements of the internal mechanisms. They also made calculators, like this Torpedo Snell adder machine. It looks like it has half a keyboard, but it actually works in a rather curious way. I leave the link in the comments. Here, out of all the ties I've selected, are these. This yellow one, or this orange one, although they are a bit bold, I think it's a good color combination, but I'm afraid they'll draw too much attention to the tie rather than the typewriter during the video. This dotted one, absolutely not. This one isn't bad, with a blue that remains a formal and versatile lifeline, and a green that recalls the color of the typewriter. This striped blue one, I think, is a bit too businesslike. It doesn't really match the vintage style of the typewriter. The same for this burgundy one. Even if I think it's a good color, it's too businesslike. This green tie obviously goes well with the color of the typewriter, but it's a too banal combination. In the end, I think I'll choose this one. An earthy ochre color that blends naturally with the military green of the typewriter, with a slightly vintage design that remains classic and elegant. I had some doubts about the appropriateness of the white shirt, but I'll keep this one. Here you go. What do you think? Now that we have the right outfit, let's show off the typewriter. While the abbreviation TyW here could stand for typewriter, it more likely stands for Torpedo Work, which is the name of the company. As usual, the 1 and 0 are missing from the keyboard. Instead, you have to use a capital I or L and the letter O. The keyboard keys are grey, for once not a depressing shade, but rather a relaxing one. This is the ribbon color selector. The letter B in the 18B name should indicate the presence of a tabulator, which indeed is present on this machine. Here it is. This lever sets a tabulator block. By pushing it down, you remove it, and this key activates the tabulator. The margins are set with these sliders. This is the margin bypass. There is nothing written on it. It happens often. I don't know why. This button opens the cover. Inside are the ribbon reels, but there is nothing interesting. The serial number is here. It can also be unhooked from its base with these levers on the side. Above are the usual levers to move the carriage forward and backward. Line spacing selector, line spacing lever, sheet release lever to adjust the paper in the roller, roller ratchet release to center the paper on the lines, for example. That's all about it. This typewriter was given to me by my friend Manuela. I really thank her. I think it's very classy, soft to the touch, and it's a pleasure to use. I'm talking about the typewriter, of course.